Good afternoon, everyone, and welcome to another edition of The Danny Show. I'm your host, Daniel Cody, giving you commentary and reviews on all things wrestling. Before we get started, just a couple of quick announcements. First and foremost, wishing a happy birthday to Mickey James, Athena, formerly known as Ember Moon, and of course, Jeff Hardy. Speaking of Jeff Hardy, remember when when Jeff Hardy got one of the best birthday presents ever that came 10 days late, but it was still a great birthday present? Listen to this.
Bastard son in this ring right now.
Well, as a professional courtesy, all I can reveal at this moment is that your son is not Jeff Hardy. Praise the Lord!
I'd be thanking the Lord above as well, Jeff. That was the best birthday present that came 10 days late for Jeff Hardy. Knowing that my dad is not an evil, dirty, perverted man. But let's go on to someone who is doing a good job. A business that is being led by Triple H. I'm talking about tonight. WWE earlier today, rather, because we're in the States and it's a different time in Europe. But earlier today, we saw Bash at Berlin, which was a pretty good event. First off, I'm going to get I won't talk about everything in a specific order, but I'm going to give you my thoughts about the event. First of all, my favorite women's tag team right now, Jade Cargill and Bianca Belair, are once again tag team women's champion. And I thought that was awesome. Hopefully they'll get a legit reign, because if we've noticed lately, the women's tag team championships women have not been able to have a long-term run as tag team champions for whatever reason. It's strange to me. I don't know why, but it's a little bit awkward. And also, my favorite mixed tag team, the Terror Twins, Rhea and Damian Priest, my favorites of Raw right now, besides Seth Rollins. Get well soon, Seth. We need to get Seth versus CM Punk next year at WrestleMania. But in any event, get well soon, Seth. Also, the Terror Twins, my favorite mixed tag team, Priest and Rhea, took on Simp 19 Dom and Liv Morgan. And it was a great night. First off, the crowd went nuts when Rhea Ripley put Dominic Mysterio in the scissors leg lock and choked him out. The crowd just went loud and it was amazing. I loved it. It was very entertaining. We saw the Judgment Day, all of the Judgment Day 2.0 come out and try to attack, but their plan failed. And of course, in the end, Dominic got his. It almost looked like, I'm not going to point that out because on this channel, I like to keep things clean. But Rhea Ripley finally gave Simp 19 Dom the Riptide, and Priest finished everyone off with Razor's Edge as Rhea did Liv, and they went for the win. I'm very happy that the Terror Twins won, because they're my favorite mixed tag team. Rhea and Priest, awesome. Also, it was great to see we had some main event matches, including Kevin Owens versus Cody Rhodes. Kevin Owens was right. Something was wrong with Cody's leg. And for a moment, Kevin Owens went after that. We even thought that the Kevin Owens of old was going to show up, but Kevin Owens decided that his heelish side was left behind and that he was going to try and fight clean and win. Unfortunately for Kevin Owens, he didn't win, but we had an amazing match with an amazing crowd in Berlin. Let me tell you something. Those European crowds are crazy. It was in the continent of Europe where fans started singing Randy Orton's theme song a couple of months ago. So Europe, I don't know what it is about you guys, but you guys are awesome wrestling fans. Moving forward, Great championship match. I believe that was the opening of tonight. Congratulations to Cody Rhodes. And I don't know if Solo's going to face him quickly because we got issues coming up. Either he's going to face off against somebody's going to face off at Bad Blood, Hell in a Cell, because historically Hell in a Cell has always taken place at a Bad Blood. So next month we're going to get Bad Blood, Hell in a Cell, some way. But I don't know if it's going to be Roman and Solo or is it going to be something else. Are they going to stretch Roman to get the Usos back together or whatnot so they can fight? War Games. I don't know. Nonetheless, congratulations, Cody Rhodes. And also, congratulations. Great main event between Gunther and Randy Orton with an amazing introduction by Ludwig Kaiser, introducing the Ring General Gunther. I hope I did a good job. That was not mockery, ladies and gentlemen. That was a respected tribute impersonation. Just like how I would try to impersonate Undertaker. Rest in peace. That was not mockery. That was impersonation in tribute. But nonetheless, great match tonight. However, Randy Orton looks like he's put on a few pounds a little bit. But nonetheless, great match between Gunther and Randy Orton. No controversies this time. In fact, at the end of the match, Gunther extended his hand to Randy Orton, and Randy Orton shook hands with the Ring General Gunther. And for less than a second, I thought Randy Orton, for the fun of it, was going to go out of nowhere and go RKO for a second, but he didn't. He actually went along with the sportsmanship. It was a 50-50 ovation for both men, as both guys were fan favorites. Gunther, of course, being because Europe is his territory and domain, and Berlin is not too far from Austria, is also Gunther's domain. So, a lot of good stuff happened tonight. But we got to talk about CM Punk versus Drew McIntyre and the strap match. Obviously, a good match. Punk gets his bracelet back, and while he was touching the corners, he made sure to give Drew a couple of GTSs while assuring his victory. And of course, again, I mentioned he got his bracelet back. And if I'm not mistaken, Punk used the same tactic he did with Umaga. As Drew was touching the corners, CM Punk touched the corners as he was being carried around. Rule number 1, never face CM Punk in a match that involves you being corded, tied to him, whether it's a dog collar match or a strap match. Any match where CM Punk can be tied to you is not a good night. And looks like tonight is the passion of McIntyre. Not the passion of Punk, the passion of McIntyre. But that is my thoughts. I hope you guys enjoyed the show. Let me know what was your favorite part of earlier today's Bash in Berlin. I'm your host, Daniel Cody, and I'll see you next time. Peace.